That microphone is live all the time. The other two have buttons to turn them on and off, just so you know.
This is live. It's great to be here at Potrero, and let me just start with a little bit about my background. My story is not very different from hundreds of thousands of San Franciscans. I was actually born in Cleveland, Ohio, raised in Boston, Massachusetts, the son of immigrant parents. And I moved to San Francisco 15 years ago for the reasons that we all love our city, our diversity, our commitment to social justice, and our innovation. And I'm proud over the past 15 years to have worked in many of those areas as a civil rights attorney, a criminal prosecutor, the founder of a small business, and for the past 3 years as the president of your Board of Supervisors. I'm proud of what we've been able to do over the last couple of years and of my record of bringing folks together. I know we'll have a chance to talk about this, but I'm running because we need a new generation of leadership who has a record of getting things done, a vision for where we're going to go for the future, and the independent judgment to accomplish that. And I look forward to tonight's conversation. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm Joanna Rees. I moved to San Francisco 18 years ago because of the diversity, the inclusiveness, and I thought of San Francisco as the innovation capital of the world. I have spent 2 years before I ran going neighborhood by neighborhood and just asking people about what they loved about the city, what they were concerned about, and what they wanted in the next phase of leadership. And through that process, I said I have to step up and run. Since then, we've knocked on almost 200,000 doors. I've done 30 merchant walks. Have spent and met countless residents at bus stops. And I keep hearing we need a new approach to our long-term challenges. I always say I'm out on the apology tour. I'm so sorry you didn't get into the school you wanted. I'm sorry about the potholes, that the streets are dirty, that you have so many licenses and permits to run your business. And I look forward to embracing new ideas, bringing new leadership to City Hall, and serving all in our community so I can stop apologizing.
Ms. Alioto-Pier, followed by Mr. Avalos.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Potrero Hill. It's nice to be here tonight. I sat on the Board of Supervisors for 6.5 years, and I was born and raised in San Francisco. I am raising my 3 beautiful little children in San Francisco, 10, 8, and 5. I had kindergarten orientation today, so it's been a really big day. But I am running for mayor for a number of different reasons. As a member of the board, I focus primarily on job growth and economic opportunities for San Franciscans. I passed San Francisco's very first economic plan. I passed San Francisco's biotech payroll tax exemption 6.5 years ago. We created hundreds of jobs through building the actual buildings, building trade jobs, and for every 1 PhD position in a biotech firm, we create 6 entry-level jobs. My focus is to make sure that we have housing for our families, that San Francisco is full of children once more, but that we take care of our seniors and we create as many jobs as we possibly can. Thank you for having us here tonight. I look forward to the discussion.
Good evening. My name is John Avalos. I am running for mayor of San Francisco with all these other folks here on the dais. And I think it's such an honor and to be representing District 11. I got to San Francisco 22 years ago. I had about $1,000 in my pocket. I knew about 4 people in this city. I had a living room floor to sleep on for about 2.5 weeks before I found my own place. My first job, one of my first jobs was pouring coffee at a coffee cart downtown on Market Street. Now I'm running for mayor. Incredible that this city can offer the opportunities that I have received, and not everyone has these opportunities, and I want to make sure that our city can provide these kinds of opportunities. I'm raising a family with kids, 2 kids in public school. My wife's a public school teacher. We know firsthand what families are facing in San Francisco, and to have a mayor of this city who knows firsthand what families are facing is a good thing for San Francisco. And we can make this city work for our families, we can make it work for everyone, and I would love to have your support for that. Thank you very much.
Mr. Dufty, followed by Mr. Herrera.
Hi, I'm Bevan Dufty, and my theme is he gets the big picture because my experience has been...
Turn on the microphone, sir.
Oh, sorry. I was doing pretty good without a microphone.
Take two.
I'm Bevan, and I'm pleased to be here tonight. And as many of you know, I was Director of Neighborhood Services for 5.5 years, and so I've always found that an angry customer was my best asset and helped me to see the city as I should from the standpoint of how effective we are in delivering the services that make the city great. And so I believe that it's the everyday challenges that individuals, families, businesses face that build up to the big picture of a better and stronger city. And so I'm really looking forward to being mayor. And particularly in this part of town, I've talked a lot about a black agenda for San Francisco. And I know that whether you're black or not, living in the southeast sector, you're aware of the problems that have taken place and the indifference that has happened in Baby Hunters Point, the hopefulness that we have, but the extent to which our city has to work hard together to build black businesses again, to help build capacity of organizations, and to change the direction for a lot of lives of young people so that they're not in the criminal justice system but are going to four-year schools and becoming the scientists of tomorrow. Thank you.
Mr. Herrera, and then Ms. Baum.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Dennis Herrera, and I've had the good fortune of living here for 25 years, but 18 of those years being a neighbor of all of you, living in Dogpatch. And it's a real honor for me to be here back in the neighborhood. It's always great to have one of the last events of the night to be here in Potrero Hill. And as I've gone around the city and talked with many of you and had the opportunity to work with many of you, I've talked about the importance of this election. I've said that I think that this is the most important mayor's race we've had in 20 years, and the most important mayor's race that we're going to have for the next 20. And that is because of the unique challenges and opportunities that San Francisco finds at its feet. Many of those directly impacting what goes on here in Potrero Hill, Dogpatch, and as we move south into Baby Hunters Point, whether it be economic development, community development, safe streets, schools. Those are issues that we are focusing on, particularly in the southeast sector, as things move south down along 3rd Street. So I'm glad to have the opportunity to speak with you all tonight, and I look forward to the conversation. Thanks very much.
Good evening, my name is Terry Joan Baum. I am a pioneer lesbian playwright. I've written about gay rights, medical ethics, anti-Semitism, the eternal pursuit of love and romance, and my plays have been produced all over the world and translated into many languages. I began in progressive politics in 1970 when I was the personal assistant to the legendary Bella Abzug, who was running for the very first time for U.S. Congress in Manhattan. And I'm a passionate citizen who believes that we cannot go on doing business as usual. We call cutting things to the bone and giving tax breaks to corporations realistic. I believe that there is a deeper realism about a sustainable and humane city, and I believe that many San Franciscans agree with me, and that is why I'm running for mayor. Thank you.
We believe the stage mic microphone is safe for human use, so if you take all three mics, you're okay now. One was a little too loud, I think it's all right. We'll try to find out. We're now in the